Tech and clips.
Yeah. All right, guys, welcome back to the channel. So Zayn dropped this one 2 days ago. I know he has an album coming out. I'm not too sure when the album's coming out. Maybe you guys can let me know down in the comment section. But I'm super excited to check this one out. Song is titled Sideways. Yes, I have the lyrics pulled up. I have a few facts pulled up just in case I might need it for my interpretation for my review at the end of the video. Yeah. Thank you for tuning in. Let's check this out.
You're so revealing.
You're so revealing.
You're here, but you're not tonight. Your eyes on the ceiling.
Okay.
Your body away from mine. Yeah, you play games with love. Yeah, you play games with love until it's gone. You never get enough. You never get enough for what you want. I'm just looking at your sideways, face to face with your lips on mine and our legs on the pillowcase. Sideways, late at night with your love laying next to mine. I'm just looking at you sideways, sideways.
Okay, I'm just looking at you sideways. Okay, makes sense.
I'm just looking at you sideways, sideways, yeah. It must be appealing to twist me up like you do, then dangle your words like diamonds.
This hits really hard.
They caught me, but I see through. Yeah, you play games with love. Yeah, you play games with love until it's gone. You never get enough. You never get enough for what you want. I'm just looking at your sideways, face to face with your lips on mine and our legs on the pillowcase. Sideways, late at night with your love laying next to mine. I'm just looking at you sideways, sideways, sideways. I'm just looking at you sideways, sideways, yeah. And it hurts me to watch you stay. And I know what it's gonna be, but I just wanna stay sideways. I'm just looking at you sideways, face to face with your lips on mine and our legs on the pillowcase. Sideways, late at night with your love laying next to mine. I'm just looking at you sideways, sideways, sideways. I'm just looking at you sideways, sideways, yeah. I'm just looking at you sideways, face to face with your lips on mine and our legs on the pillowcase. Sideways, late at night with your love laying next to mine. I'm just looking at you sideways, sideways, sideways. I'm just looking at you sideways, sideways, yeah.
All right, guys. Yes, so that was a Zayn with Sideways. I mean, first thing after listening to this song, first thing that stood out is definitely the atmosphere. I mean, this song, is deeply late night, coded, if that makes sense. I mean, I love the fact that it's minimal. It's smooth and almost hypnotic in the way it just floats along. The production, I love the fact that it doesn't try to overpower anything. It gives Zayn space to actually sit right in that pocket he's most comfortable in. I mean, soft, controlled, slightly breathy vocals with that signature falsetto creeping in at just the right moments. Vocally, this man is doing what he does best. I mean, there's no unnecessary showing off here, and honestly that works in the song's favor. I mean, it feels intentional and restrained, like he's more focused on mood than range. That said, if you're someone who loves his bigger, more explosive vocal moments, this track might feel a little too safe. Lyrically, I love the fact that this song leans into that intimate, longing space, missing someone, wanting a bit of, closeness, those, quiet emotional gaps, that hit hardest, when everything else, slows down. It's not overly complex, writing, but it doesn't need to be. That simplicity actually, helps sell the feeling. You can tell, this is more about vibe and emotion than storytelling. Now, guys, if I'm being completely fair, this is one of those songs where your enjoyment really really depends on your mood. It's not a track that grabs you instantly or builds to a huge climax. It's kind of stays in the same emotional lane throughout. For some listeners, that will feel immersive and calming. For others, it might come across as a bit one-dimensional. I don't know if that makes sense. Yes, but that's just exactly how I feel about it. But overall, this feels like Zayn fully leaning into his lane rather than trying to reinvent himself. And I mean, there's something honest about that. I mean, it's smooth, it's cohesive, and it's very very easy to just let play on repeat in the background. Yeah. So for my final takeaway, I mean, this song may not be the most dynamic or memorable track, but as a late night R&B vibe type of piece, it's absolutely delivers in my opinion. I mean, if you are in the right headspace, this one hits quietly, but it does hit. Yeah. Let me know, guys, what you think about this one in the comment section. Let me know when the new album is coming out. I would really really love to do a reaction to it on my second channel. Yeah. But if you enjoy my reaction, if you enjoy my review to it, make sure to smash the like button, share this video, comment, subscribe if you haven't already. Name is Philip, and also the next video. I can take care, stay safe, peace out.